gonna go louder. Kanye West! Yeah.
Swag King Cole.
Yeah. DJ Khaled!
What's good? I'm, you know who I am. Anyways, Unit 7, Lesson 1, Solutions to Equations. I'm going to walk you through how to do it. The best part about this video is that you can rewind and rewatch as many times as you like in order to know this stuff. Okay? So I'm going to go through it. Take your time with it. Don't make it hard. Seriously. Solutions to equations. Let's get started. All right, Unit 7, Lesson 1. A solution to a linear equation satisfies the equation. We do this all the time with our chalk talks. Seriously. Basically all year, I've been asking you, okay, what values work? What works? Give me an example of two numbers that work. Okay, for example, I have a really simple one. This is just a simple linear equation, slope of 1, y-intercept of 3. Give me two numbers that work, real quick. In your head, think, what xy pair would work? Okay, there are an infinite number of solutions that satisfy this equation. For example, here's one. Our x value is 2, our y value is 5. Here's another one. Our x value is 7, and our y value is 10. Notice how 3 plus 2 equals 5, 10 equals 3 plus 7. It works out. This xy pair and this xy pair satisfy this linear equation. These are points on the line. Points on the line satisfy this equation. That's what we're talking about. Okay, again, solutions are points on the line, and oh wow, I guess I just did it out of order. But that was my example. Again, rewind, rewatch, and get the gist of that. All right, this is a graph of a random linear equation. This is a line. Notice how it's infinite. Okay, it's an infinite collection of points. That means that there are an infinite number of xy pairs that satisfy this equation. Well, there's not really an equation. We could find one here, just for time's sake. This equation right here is y equals, we can find our slope by finding the change in the y's divided by the change in the x's. Okay, looks like the slope is just 1, and it's a positively sloped graph. And then our y-intercept is not 3. It's the point 0, 3. However, for our equation, we'll just put 3. Okay, so all of the solutions that satisfy this equation are found on this graph. Here's one. Here's a solution. Here's one. You know, let's just, here's one down here. That's the x-intercept. Down here, even right in the middle here, right in the middle here, on this line will satisfy this equation. So, let's see if it works out. This is the point 1, 4. Our x value is 1, our y value is 4. That makes sense. 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay? So, pause and just think about that for a second. Let's do number 1. The graph below represents the growth of an animal population. Use the graph to estimate the population at 3, 6, and 9 years. Okay, well, this is an easy one. The population at 3 years, so again, our x-axis down here, 3, we can find it, all right, somewhere in there, and we can estimate. So our x value is 3, the y value would be something, right? That just kind of makes sense. That we know how to do that. But the best way to do it would be just to substitute 3 into the equation. So again, our x value, our years, let's just substitute in 3. Substitute 3. Type it in your calculator. You don't have to worry about, this is not a linear function. Just type it in your calculator. 740 parentheses 1.21 parentheses raised to the 3rd power. And then see what you get. That's your answer. Same thing for 6, same thing for 9. Same thing for the rest of this lesson, honestly. Now what's the graph telling us? This is the most important thing. Procedure done and over with. We know how to substitute. We understand the idea of satisfying the line. What is the graph telling us? The graph is telling us that over time, the population increases. That just makes sense. Notice how it does not increase constantly. This is not a constantly increasing function. It's not linear. It's something else. You will figure that out later. But over time, the population is increasing. Next, number 2, determine whether each ordered pair is a solution. Okay, this is basically our warm-up that we just did a little bit ago. Let's see if 5, 6 satisfies this equation. You know, another good way to do this would be to just put it in your calculator. But let's see if it satisfies. Our x value is 5, our y value is 6. Is this point on this line? We're questioning, is this point on this line? Okay, 15 plus 30 does not equal 15. Nope. That is not on this line. Let's try this. This would be the x-intercept. We know how to do that. That would be a y-intercept candidate. Again, we don't know. Let's see though. Let's see. Use a different color. Is this point on this line? Let's see. 3 times 5 plus 5 times 0 equals 15. That's 0. This is 15 plus 0. Yep. Absolutely. This point is on the line because it satisfies the equation. The way to check and see if a point is on the line is if it satisfies the equation. To be completely honest with you, that is it. So again, rewind, rewatch, behave, and try to understand this stuff.